I'm Sonic. Click on me for help. Hi there, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. You're going to play in my schoolhouse. If you've ever got a problem, find me and I'll help. Right over there is where you pick a character. Just click on the animal. Try it if you don't believe me. You can also decide between your keyboard and a joystick with a click. There's a little box where you can choose your own name. If you're not sure how to do it, ask a grown-up. That's what they're for. If you want to play with a friend, click on the stick man. The traffic light lets you move through my schoolhouse. Click on green to get started. Red will stop you. Yellow will pause the game and let you take a break. Click on the gumball machine to tell you how you're doing in the game. This note controls the music. I like to hear it, but you're the boss. Click on the books to change your grade. Don't you wish it were that easy in school? If the game's running slow, try clicking here. 486 instead of Pentium means your game will run faster. It just won't be quite as pretty. Anytime you've got any more questions, I'm always here. Have fun! Click on the character you want to be, then hit the green traffic light. Click on the doors with letters or numbers to enter a classroom. Get ready for math. If you click on a blackboard, I'll read the question to you. Grab the number you think is the right answer and take it to the blackboard. You can only carry one number at a time. Watch out for Dr. Robotnik. He'll take your answers. Have fun in my schoolhouse. Eight. That's great. Four. Smart answer. You can play in the schoolyard with that. Six. Great answer. You just earned a field trip with that. 9. You're smart. 4. You're smart. Now you can go on a field trip. Correct. Good job. Congratulations! Now you can play one of my cool schoolyard games. 3. Great! When you want to take a break, that pass will get you into the schoolyard for a game. 5. 6. 'That's great! All the problems are finished. Head for the exit when you're done. This key will get you through one locked door. If you click on a blackboard, I'll read the question to you. Grab the number you got all 10 right. Great job! On the bus door to go on a field trip. Click on one of my friends to go for a visit. Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting. Click on the red light when you're ready to go back to school. Now buckle up. Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
I'm a gator. That's alligator to y'all who don't live down south where I'm from. We gators are partial to water. Rivers, swamps, bayous, ponds, creeks, we live in all of them. We do move okay on land. In fact, I can outrun a horse for a short distance. But we're happiest when we're just flopping around in some nice, cool water. Most of my gator friends live across the southern United States from about Texas over to the Atlantic coast. You're probably thinking that you've seen pictures of alligators in Africa, but those are really crocodiles. We may look the same to you, but we're really different, especially if you look at our mouths. About the only place outside America that you'll see a gator is near the Yangtze River. That's in China. When we're still little, we like to eat bugs and minnows and mud bugs. You know what a mud bug is. You probably call them crawfish. When we get bigger, we mostly eat fish, birds, and turtles. If you ever see one of us, you be careful and keep your distance. I wouldn't hurt you, understand, but some gators aren't as friendly as me. You're lucky that there are lots of us around now. A while back, people had almost hunted us to extinction. Extinction means all of us would have been gone. But there were other people who stepped in to protect us. Now the gators are doing just fine. Some of us are even living to see our 50th birthday.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
People say I'm funny looking, but that's because they don't understand why I look this way. See how my eyes and nose are on top of my head? That means I can float in a river with just the top of my head sticking up for air. That's important because it's hot where I live. I spend almost all day in the water to stay cool. If I want to, I can dive down and stay underwater for 6 minutes. People call us the hippopotamus because that means water horse in Greek, which is a pretty good description if you ask me. Not so long ago, you would have found hippos like me all over Africa. We lived everywhere from the Nile River in Egypt to South Africa. There aren't as many of us now because people used to hunt us. Now I'm protected by law. I think it's pretty amazing that something as big as I am doesn't eat anything but grass and leaves. My stomach is so big, it can hold 5 or 6 bushels of food. A bushel is like a small laundry basket. I have friends who weigh 4 tons. That's 8,000 pounds. That's a lot more than most automobiles weigh. I think it's pretty amazing that something as big.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
I bet the only place you've ever seen a polar bear is in a zoo. That's probably the only place you ever will see one of us, because we don't live near where people live. We swim pretty well, considering how large we are. I had a cousin who was over 1,200 pounds. It would take at least 10 or 15 kids your size to weigh that much. You don't have to worry about me getting cold when I jump into the icy water where I live. My fur coat is waterproof. I've also got fur on my paws and webbing between my toes to help me swim. Different kinds of bears live all over the world. We polar bears only live in the Arctic, where it's very, very cold all the time. Up in the neighborhood of the North Pole, there's nothing but ice and water. Winter and summer. And that's how I like it. Some of us live further south, some further north, but we all tend to stay in our own neighborhood. Of course, the size of that neighborhood varies depending on how much food there is. Polar bears are different than a lot of bears that live down south. Most of them live off berries and vegetation. We're carnivores. That means we eat meat. I eat a lot of fish and anything else I can catch in the water around where I live. Polar bears are different than a lot of bears that live down south.
I'm a herbivore. That means I don't eat anything but plants. You probably know some people who are vegetarians and don't eat any meat at all. I bet they can't eat grass like me. I'd take a big old pile of lawn clippings over one of your candy bars any day. That's because I've got a different kind of stomach than you. Mine has 4 parts, just like a cow's. You probably already know that we have pouches in our bellies to carry our young'uns. What you might not know is that male kangaroos don't have pouches. That's because a baby kangaroo is born straight into his mama's pouch and stays there for as much as 8 months. Did you also know that there are more than 50 kinds of kangaroos? Good day, mate. That's how we say hello where I'm from. That's Australia, in case you didn't pick up on the accent. I've also got family in New Zealand, which is an island just off the western coast. We all live in the southern hemisphere. That puts us on the bottom half of your globe. Since we're all the way down under, it means our seasons are the opposite of most blokes. January and February are beach months for us. Keep that in mind if you're planning a visit.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
Some rabbits are lucky and live with people as pets. The rest of us live in holes in the ground. Some of us dig our own, and some prefer to find nice holes that someone else has already built. We usually come out of our holes at night or early in the morning to look for food. Since we don't have any claws or big teeth to protect us, we have to sneak around a lot and avoid the bigger, meaner animals. See how hard it is to see us sometimes? That's how we hide. We like everything from cold, snowy areas to hot deserts. We were not indigenous to all of those places. Indigenous means that you grow up somewhere naturally. There were never any rabbits in Australia until humans brought them there. You've probably played with a rabbit at your friend's house or at the zoo. If you have, you know how much we love vegetables and fruit. Give me a big head of lettuce and I'm as happy as can be. Parsley is great. Celery is a nice change of pace. I'll even eat potatoes on special occasions.
Get ready for reading. Watch out for Dr. Robotnik. Dog. That's great. Sun. You're smart. Now you can go on a field trip. Watch out for Dr. Robotnik. Fruit. You're smart. Pig. Correct. Good job. You just earned a field trip with that. Plane. Great answer. Ball. Smart answer. This key will get you through one locked door. Cup. Cat. Smart answer. Cup. Ring. That's great. When you want to take a break, that pass will get you into the schoolyard for a game. Clock. Fruit. Bug. That's great. You can play in the schoolyard with that. Chair. Correct. Good job! All the problems are finished. Head for the exit when you're done. Congratulations! Now you can play one of my cool schoolyard games. You got all 10 right. Great job! Click on either gate to play a game. Get ready to match the statue. Turn over the question marks and match the statues you find. Good match! Good match! Good match! Good match! You've made all the matches. That's pretty clever. Get ready for a Sonic adventure. Grab all the rings you need. Watch for Robotnik and his friends. Have fun! That was fun. Let's go back to school. Click on one of my friends to go for a visit. Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting. Click on the red light when you're ready to go back to school. Now buckle up. Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
A domesticated animal eats pretty much whatever's given to them. Different types of cattle are fed different things depending on what they're bred for. Modern cattle have almost as many different types of food as modern kids. Left on their own, cows can live just fine on grass. Now we have a special stomach that's got different parts to it. When we eat the grass, it goes into the first part and forms cud. The cud gets spit back into our mouths so we can chew on it some more. I love cud. If you can find people somewhere, there are probably cows. Personally, I'm a longhorn. Most of the cattle you see in America today came from cows that were only brought over about 200 years ago. You can tell the difference because they have much shorter horns. Well, now you understand why I'm called a longhorn. Cattle like me have been around as domesticated animals for so long that no one knows for sure what wild animal we originally came from. Domesticated means that people like you take care of us. You won't find any kind of cattle living in the wild. We live on ranches and farms all over the world. In the old days, before trains and trucks moved us, you'd see herds of cattle, sometimes thousands of us moving around the Old West.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
You'd be amazed at all the different things I can eat. I eat like a... well, okay, I eat like a pig. I'll eat most anything you put in front of me. I can even use my snout to dig in the dirt and come up with food. Some smart pigs can find truffles. Truffles are like mushrooms, only better. You can train a pig to do almost anything a dog can do. Most pigs live on farms or ranches. Some of us even live in people's houses as pets. It's usually not such a good idea because we can get to be pretty big. Hundreds of pounds, in fact. Even my little cousin, the Vietnamese potbelly pig, can end up weighing over 150 pounds. Trust me, you don't want anything that big and fat bumping around your living room. I bet you think pigs are sloppy, too. You even call someone a pig when you think they can't clean up after themselves. Actually, we're one of the cleanest animals you could find. We just wallow around in the mud because it keeps us cool on a hot, sunny day. Then we like to take a bath. Pigs were domesticated in China 9,000 years ago. Domesticated means we live around people like you, and those people take care of us. Now you find us all over the world.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
Have you ever seen an elephant suck water up his trunk? They aren't drinking the water. We suck water in our trunk and then spit it into our mouth to drink. We also shoot it onto our back if we're hot, just like when you play in a sprinkler. At the tip of our trunk are little things that work like fingers. We use these to pick up food. We can also use our trunk to strip the bark or leaves from trees because that's what we eat. There are two different types of elephants. Some of us live in Africa and some in Asia. That's a long way apart, but we're all pretty much similar. We African elephants have bigger ears, but we all have a big nose and the big feet. As a matter of fact, we're the biggest animals on the surface of the earth. We elephants like to live with our families. We go everywhere together. There are elephants in Asia that are so organized that when the pack moves, they all get in single file line and march, one behind the other, until they find a new place to live. Like they're all at school having a fire drill. Personally, I like to get the gang to spread out and run. That makes the little animals around us think there's an earthquake or something. That's because some of us can weigh over 16,000 pounds. That's more than 4 cars weigh.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
We monkeys can live in different environments because we're adaptable like humans. In fact, we're closer to you than any other animal. We have hands that we use to swing in trees and hold stuff, and almost no other animal can do that. Most of us have a thumb that's opposable. That means it closes over our palm just like yours does. Just think how difficult your life would be if you didn't have a thumb. Try to go 15 minutes without using your thumb and you'll see how important it is. Monkeys have been brought all over the world, but we're only indigenous to a few parts. Central and South America, Africa and Asia. Indigenous means that that's where we're originally from. In the rest of the world, you'll have to go to a zoo or a circus if you want to see us. We've always been very popular because we're smart and can learn to do almost anything someone wants to teach us. Monkeys are a lot like humans in the way that we eat. We usually eat fruits and vegetables, but every so often we'll eat a little meat. I love a cheeseburger whenever I can get one. What's your favorite thing to eat? Did you know that baby monkeys are born and grow in pretty much the same way as little kids do? The mama monkey has to take care of her baby for years before it's able to fend for itself.
Click on the buttons over the window to find out more about whoever you're visiting.
I like to spend my time in the big open plains. Would you like to know why? There's plenty of space for the rest of my herd. Sometimes we even hang around with herds of other kinds of animals, like antelopes or ostriches. And there's plenty of grass for me to graze on. I don't have any kind of protection, except that I run fast. Almost 40 miles per hour. Can you run that fast? You'll find most of us zebras in the bottom half of Africa. There's plenty of open land there, which I like. You might think all zebras are the same, but we're not. We have different stripes depending on which variety we are. We're all basically the same shape, so you have to look closely for the pattern if you want to identify us. Zebras are fascinating, don't you think? We look like horses because we're very much like horses. That means I graze on grass, leaves, anything you find growing out on the plains. I'm different than a horse in that I don't have people taking care of me. Most horses are domesticated. People keep them and feed them so that they can ride the horses or have them do work. No one's ever managed to domesticate zebras, and I doubt they ever will.
Sorry you're leaving. You're gonna come back soon, right? Bye.